So connection would be number one, and product knowledge would be number two, or the experience that a realtor has. And like in any sales, number three would be negotiation. And I think the word negotiation is very cliched because most realtors will say that they're great negotiators. And I remember many years ago reading a book that our beloved Trump had written called Art of the Deal. And it speaks to negotiation and what that means. And so when I talk about negotiation, nowadays technology is obviously a blessing. It can also be a curse. And so what I'm seeing is a lot of realtors using texting to negotiate. Unless I'm on a hilltop and I can't, have cell phone service, I do not text offers and counter offers. It's one of the most important assets of most people's lives. And so I believe getting on a phone call with the other realtor, helping them understand why my client is countering it, what they're countering. And when you have product knowledge of the house that you're negotiating, you're able to dangle little carrots in front of them. So you can intimately speak to the last three sales and why the house that you're negotiating might be superior to those other three sales. And so when you dangle little carrots, I believe that that's a big part of negotiation, knowing that that carrot will be taken to the other party and hopefully used to get them up in value or get them down, depending on whether you're representing that buyer or seller. And then just the art of communication, picking up that phone call, having a discussion with the other realtor, and talking them through the process on behalf of your client, I believe is very important. So when I started the Tanya Eklund Group, I had been in real estate for around 7 years, and what I really realized is I needed assistance, I needed help, and with that comes growth. And the more you grow, the more people that you need to be by your side. And so I really focus on my strengths, and I delegate everything outside of my strengths to a superstar team who will take you from the whole process from A all the way to Z. Whether that's setting you up on a search and walking you through the buyer's process, whether that's the evaluation of the home and preparing your home for sale, and then all of the things that are kind of behind the scenes from the administrative standpoint that most people are really scared and timid of when they walk through the buying or selling process. So at the Tanya Eklund Group, it's a complete package with people who specialize in each area to make sure that your list or buy is successful. I believe that our team is very aligned, and that is because we are in constant communication with each other and we have very strong systems in place. And if you were to walk into our office, you would see almost like flow charts everywhere. You'd see charts that have names of clients and possession dates and condition dates and deposits. We're also very digital. Thankfully, I have great people in place who have digitized us over the last couple of years. And I believe that the process with the Tanya Eklund Group is very smooth. You won't feel like you're talking to one person and then you're talking to another person and they're not informed. And so between our weekly team meetings that we have or our powwows every morning at 9 a.m., our team is very aligned to make sure that your process is streamlined and that you feel like you're taken care of. I really care about my clients. I care about their feelings. I care about the process. I care about the stresses that they have, not just the stress in buying or selling a home, but I also recognize that our world is a crazy place right now, and people have their own stresses in their own lives to worry about, let alone a real estate deal, whether you're selling or buying a purchase, or whether you're selling or buying a home. And so I believe that it's the care, attention, and detail that the busy client really appreciates, knowing that they have other things in their life that they go home to at the end of the day. And so making sure that they feel taken care of, making sure that they feel heard, making sure that they feel validated, because sometimes real estate is messy. Sometimes the home inspection comes back and the house is falling apart and the client is devastated. And so walking them through their options and what that looks like. Sometimes a home deal falls through and that seller is so excited when you told them that their home is conditionally sold, and then 3 days later it falls apart. And so making sure that they understand why, and then giving them hope that there is another deal around the corner. And so really understanding your clients and walking them through the highs and lows of real estate. So 21 years ago when I started, I moved here to Calgary from university, and I didn't know where to join. I had interviewed a bunch of brokerages, and at that time, in August of 2000, RE/MAX Central had been the #1 RE/MAX office in the world for 1 year at that time. And 21 years later, they are still the #1 RE/MAX office in the world based on gross sales volume. Now, someone may say, well, why don't you start your own brokerage? And what does RE/MAX give to you? And I do believe that the traditional brokerage has really evolved over the last 21 years. I still give value to RE/MAX because I believe in the brand. It's an international brand. I know so many people at RE/MAX, and they really helped me get started, helped me with mentorship, helped me with starting my own business, because I think when you start into real estate, you don't realize that you're actually starting a business, especially if you started at a very young age like I did. And so RE/MAX provided me the mentorship, it provided me the brand when I couldn't sell myself on experience. I hadn't sold a shoe, let alone a home. And so I aligned myself with an international brand that could provide me that backdrop for success, and I've still been there 21 years later. RE/MAX also provides me with the conveyancing support that running a really busy and hectic sometimes brokerage, I would not have the ability to do. When we start a brokerage, or when you start a brokerage on your home, you are responsible to have a broker run that brokerage. You have to have your own trust account set up. You are audited by RECA once a year. And those are things that can be very daunting for somebody. I want to really focus on my strengths, which is selling real estate, and not have to worry about the background clerical work that a brokerage takes on.